G'day guys, welcome back to Season 25 of Alliance War. This is War number 9 and we're up against BRJP. Now we've fought these guys a few times before. I think we've both beaten them and been beaten by them. So yeah, this could go either way. But we had to really recover. The last two wars have both been losses and we're in not a great position at the moment. We're a bit down on form, so we need to get this win to get back into tier 1 as soon as possible. So we're bringing in the same team as last time, Omega, Red Sabretooth and Red Hulk. We have 6 fights today and we're starting off with a Guardian. I'm not sure why they placed him here. It's just a diversity placement, looks like. But yeah, Omega's just going to get him down. He's just disintegrating with 30 spores. Easy as that. So a nice little fight to warm up. And we needed that fight to warm up because we're going in straight into a rank 3 Nick Fury on Mixmaster. So this is the 3rd or maybe 4th time I've fought a Nick Fury here as a rank 3 this season. So I'm pretty confident, but obviously last war when we fought him, it didn't go according to plan and we barely escaped with our lives. So I had to be really focused for this fight. We did not want to give up a death here. We'd given up a few early deaths and giving up a death here would not bode well for the rest of the war, personally and for the whole alliance. He threw a special one at the wrong time there, just as the degen was falling off, so we lose quite a few spores, but we still have more than 10, which is what we want. I should have done a full combo there, I'm not sure why I didn't, but we still have the spores up. And we're doing okay, we've still got a decent amount of health as he goes into his second life. Unfortunately he was playing a bit passive there, so he lost all our spores. We only have 2 at the moment. And we just, I don't know what happened there, I didn't dex away in time and we just ate a whole heavy attack. And that takes about 50% of our health. So I was really rattled by that. I did not expect to get hit by that there. And so we go for the special 3, that will heal us up a bit, but he throws the special 1 straight away, and this, I did not expect him to throw it straight away, and I dexed, and I don't know how I mistimed this dex, but I mistimed it by a millisecond. I dashed back like a tiny bit too early, and he had like 3 prowess, which was enough to kill us, and that really pissed me off. And it just made me feel like shit. And I think the thing that just pissed me off the most was that it just made me feel like I was not worthy of Omega Red. Like, I've invested so much time and resources into this guy and mastering this character, and just to go and die to a fight that he's made for in that sort of way is just, it's so embarrassing. And there's no words. It was not a good death. It was not a good result. And that just really just ruined my whole day. But we've got to move on. We still got 4 more fights this war. And we're actually fighting a Dragon Man on the EMP mod node, which I've never fought before, but unlike Hazard Shift, you can parry stun him, so it's much easier to get rid of his power charge. So we're going to just try and get through this fight with Red Hulk. Ideally he won't throw a single special attack, or if he does throw a special attack, it will be when we don't have any EMP mod charges. So we're just going to block that special 1, but he didn't have his power charge, so it didn't place the ineptitude on us. Unfortunately we triggered Dex dodging that heavy, which wasn't ideal. And he is going to throw the special 2 there, which is going to which means we're going to take a bit of shock damage, but it's not the end of the world. And we're going to finish him off with a special 1 here. So we lost like 1 potion worth of health. And we will need Red Hulk at full health later on for the Hazard Shift fight. So next we've just got another diversity fight. It's a Silver Surfer on the Shitness Thorns, which I guess isn't the worst placement since he can get an armor up buff, but you know, it's just easy pickings for Omega Red. Get the degen on. I think it was a rank 3 surfer actually, so he had a bit more health than most champs we see here. Very poor timing of the special 1 bait there. We lost a bunch of spores, but it did activate his armor buff, so we were able to get some more bleeds on us, which activated our death field, of course. So yeah, a bit of a longer fight than we're used to on this node, but you know, we barely took a scratch. And then the last Omega Red fight for this war is Professor X, and we fought him last war on the strike counter Fury mini, but this is the strike counter power rate shared fight, which is much easier to fight Professor X with Omega Red because we don't care about our power meter at all. You know, we don't need special attacks to do damage. The spores are going to do all the damage, and he's not going to get any passive furies this time. Obviously, we still have to parry his medium attacks. We can't parry his light attacks, and we do have to watch out for the falter. But this was a really simple fight. Just got to be patient at the end. Activate the falter, and then the spores will get him down, just like that. So yeah, really clean Omega Red fight. I didn't get the section 1 score update. I did take a screenshot, but that was deleted, so I forgot to mention that before. But we've given up 10 deaths, and more impressively, they'd only given up 5. So it was possible to salvage this war, but it wasn't a great position. We really had to dig deep and nail these last fights, and also rely on them dying a lot, which isn't a position when you want to be in. You really want to have the control when it comes to the amount of deaths, and we had to rely on them dying, which is just the facts of it. But that means we had to absolutely nail this fight. We did not want to die twice in this war. That would be unacceptable. Now, it's a hazard shift Killmonger. So we had a bit of discussion about who would be the best option, and I did mention that, you know, a lot of Red Hulk's damage comes from his secondary heat damage, which doesn't affect the reverberation damage. So you can see he's actually not taking that much damage when he has reverb. Obviously he doesn't have much power as well. But yeah, Red Hulk is a very good option for this guy, and it is much easier since it's protect. Killmonger was a much harder defender during stubborn, but now there's no stubborn. He's much easier of a defender, and there's really only a few spots where he does really well, Killmonger. I mean, this is one of the better spots, but you can see Red Hulk is just mowing through this guy. It is a bit of a longer fight since Killmonger doesn't have the smallest health pool in the world, and it is a rank 3. Yeah, Red Hulk, even with class disadvantage, is still hitting like an absolute truck. And we're timing the reverb pretty well. We're activating it when he doesn't have, he usually has less than half a bar of power, which is good. But we still want to be careful that we don't take too much damage. So I probably shouldn't have got back into the corner that much. I probably could have played it a bit more aggressively. And you see it will hurt us here. We get back into the corner, and I made a very rookie mistake by hitting into his block while he had a counterpunch charge, so we went unstoppable. We dex 1 heavy in the corner but missed the second one. We dex special 1 in the corner, which gets us to a special 3. So we did take a bit of damage that we could have avoided, but Red Hulk is very tanky. You know, he's got a massive health pool, and that paid off in this fight. And he goes down in just over 2 minutes. So yeah, really happy with that fight. Red Hulk did amazingly. But as you see, it did result in a loss. It's the 3rd loss in a row, and it was better than our last performance a little bit. We still gave up 22 deaths, which isn't good at all. I think once we realized the war was lost, we kind of just chucked a few champs at some fights. But yeah, the props to them. They only died 6 times, so that was really impressive. And we did slip down to Platinum 1 as I'd anticipated. I think even if we won, we probably would have slipped down to Platinum 1 just because we're in Tier 2. So yeah, we're right at the top of Platinum 1, and we've got 3 wars left. So I want to say we're safe in Platinum 1, but we'd have to win at least 1, and ideally we'd want to win at least 2. We might have to win all 3 to get back into Tier 1. But it'll be a good challenge, and we definitely need to improve our performance heading into the last week, because 22 and 34 deaths isn't going to cut it. But anyway, thank you for watching this war video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.